Come on, you. Fuck, crikey, look at the size of that thing. I'm gonna touch it.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We last left off discussing two options in our route, dependent on whether we have a kitten or a cat. Because I have about 45 minutes left on my kitten, we are doing Death to the Dorgestion before an inventory of hand storerooms before the Evil Dave subquest of RFD. If we had a cat, we would do the Evil Dave portion first. Before doing Death to the Dorgestion, we need to thieve 2 full sets of ham robes for the quest, and luckily I've already got 6 out of 7 items for my set. And because ham members have a 1 out of 50 chance of giving a clue scroll when thieving them, I'm going to finish the easy clue I already have. Fortunately, it only ended up having 1 step left, and I received some runes and another air staff. Now we're going to go to Lumbridge and Bang to prepare for the quest. Pull out as many ham robe pieces as you have. As I mentioned, I have 6 out of the 7. And this is important because each piece reduces the chance you'll get thrown out of the hideout when failing a pickpocket by 4%. So with all 7 pieces, that's 28% total. And on top of that, we'll want 8 or so cakes. I ended up bringing 12, but because during the quest there is an increased drop rate of the ham robes, the extra cakes just ended up taking up space. Alrighty, let's go get those ham robes. Fortunately, I do get another clue scroll prior to getting all the robe pieces, so we'll have to fit that in when able. Once we've got all the items we need, we'll head back to the cellar to continue the quest. When going into the swamp caves to talk to Juna, we'll need to bring a pickaxe to clear the rock slide to the south of the Lumbridge cellar, as well as a tinderbox because we currently only have open flame light sources. There is an agility obstacle in the swamp caves that we'll need to cross, and if you fail it, it'll put your torch out and you'll need to relight it immediately or you'll start taking damage. After doing the Juna step of the quest, start Tears of Guthix. Note that we still need to get 49 firemaking to be able to light the bullseye lantern for the quest, unless we boost for it. Now we're going to go back to Lumbridge Bank to prepare for the final step of the quest, and we'll want to bring magic for the final fight as all the enemies can be safe spotted, but the boss will prey from range, so don't bring that. Now let's go continue and finish the quest. When fighting the guards and boss at the end, you can use the boxes in the middle of the room as a safe spot. Turning in Death to the Dorgies gives us 2000 thieving and range experience, as well as the ability to use the bone weapon special attacks. If you happen to have 5.5k gold when turning in the quest, you could purchase a bone crossbow and 1k bone bolts now. However, since I don't, finishing the quest gives us entry to ham storerooms, which allows us to get jewelry that we can then sell to the shop in Port Sarim for more money than we could to any other general store. So we're going to do that to get some money to come back and purchase the bone crossbow and bone bolts. Okay, so it's time for the Evil Dave subquest of RFD. However, I'd like a little break from questing, so I'm choosing to do the clue scroll I got from the ham members. The first step takes me to the Wizard's Tower, so I'm going to use my Necklace of Passage to get there. And then conveniently, the second step takes me to the monastery west of Edgeville, so we're going to go there. And then right after that, we're going to head east to do the Evil Dave quest. So now we need to pull out our stews for the quest and then go down into the basement to catch hell rats. Remember that the number of spices needed for the quest is random, so it could take 10 minutes, it could take an hour. Once we've got the right ratio of spices, we're going to home teleport to Lumbridge and turn in the subquest, gaining 7,000 cooking experience and the ability to use spicy stews to get a +5 boost in the future. Note that we're 750 cooking experience short of level 30 cooking, which we need for big chompy bird hunting, so that we can unlock the Lumbridge Guide and Scratch a Glogly subquest of RFD. So we're going to Barbarian Village to fly fish less than an inventory of salmon and trout to cook to get that level. If you need feathers, you can get them from either Port Sarim or by taking the Arty Cape teleport to the Kindaran Monastery and then running to Witch Haven. Boom, 30 cooking. Now we can go prepare for big chompy bird hunting. Because we have to make arrows during the quest and I'm low on feathers, I'm going to Arty Cape teleport to the Kindaran Monastery and then run northeast to Witch Haven to pick up some more before going to the bank to prepare for the quest. Along with everything the wiki says we need for big chompy bird hunting, we're bringing a noose wand as well, because we're going to get from 9 to 15 hunter by hunting felled up weasels. It should take 30 or so weasels, and the reason we're doing that is because when we go back to Port Piscarilius to get 100% favor, we can do it in less than an hour by hunting sandworms, which requires 15 hunter. And then after we get 100% Port Piscarilius favor, we can then purchase a raw shark from the fishing shop for 170 GP that we can then use for the Fremenic trials. Alright, now let's go to Felled Up Hills. The fastest way to get there is actually via Spirit Tree now, because when the Myths Guild came out, it turns out they added one west of Corsair Cove and Felled Up Hills. So pull out some Varrock teleport runes, go to Varrock, take the Spirit Tree to Felled Up Hills, go east to Corsair Cove, north over the Agility shortcut, and you'll be right in the Felled Up Weasel hunting grounds. It'll take a little bit to get used to at first, but getting 30 shouldn't take that long once you get the hang of it. There we go, about a half hour and 30 weasels later, and we're level 15 hunter. Now let's head northeast to do the entirety of big chompy bird hunting. The quest requires level 30 ranged, and we're around 1300 or 1400 experience away from that, so before starting it we're going to kill the wolves to the southwest to get to level 30 range, and we'll keep their bones to use a chisel on to turn into arrow tips for the quest. There we go, after a few wolves we got level 30 ranged as well as a hit points level, and now we're going to start and finish Big Chompy Bird hunting in one go as it's all contained in one area. Upon finishing the quest we get a weird 262 fletching experience, 1470 cooking experience, and 735 ranged XP. Also, besides level 40 and 41 cooking, we have all the requirements necessary for the Lumbridge Guide and Scratch a Glogwy subquests of RFD. Oh, and how could I forget? We also have level 31 cooking now, so we can do the Pirate Pete subquest of RFD. All we have to do is get level 41 crafting so we can use the Poison Chalice boost to get to 42 to make the bowl, and then we'll do that subquest as well. Now we're going to RD teleport to the monastery, run to the bank, and bank everything before running northeast to Sears to pick and spin around 9 inventories of flax to get to level 41 crafting. Then we're going to go to the bank and pull out a hammer as well as 3 bronze bars and 1 iron bar before going to the building to the west to craft 3 bronze wire for the Pirate Pete subquest of RFD, as well as an iron spit for the Scratch a Glogwy subquest of RFD. Then we're going to head to Catherby. Since we need molten glass to make the fish bowls, we're going to pull out our coins and go south to the charter ship to purchase buckets of sand as well as soda ash and seaweed if you like. Any extra inventory spaces could be filled with more sand or soda ash as well as buckets of slime for the ectofunctus in the future. Then we're going to pull out a big fishing net and go to the east to fish out some cod for the Pirate Pete subquest of RFD. As we only just have the cooking level to make the fish cakes, you'll want a few cod as it's possible to burn the fish cake. Alright, now let's pull out our Follador teleport runes as well as our buckets of sand, soda ash, and if you have some seaweed, some of that as well. Teleport to Follador and go southeast to make as many molten glass as you'd like. If you have seaweed, note that you'll have to go to the estate agent's house to the southeast to cook that on the range before going back to the furnace to make it into glass. On a whim, I decided to go back to the estate agent and purchase a house for 1k as eventually we'll need to start construction, and we have level 40 magic now so we can house teleport to Remington next time we need to go there. I also bought 6 wizard mind bombs, 1 for Dragon Slayer, and 5 for various magic boosting uses in the future. Alright, let's go craft some bowls if you know what I mean. Pull out your poison chalices, glass blowing pipe, molten glass, and some food because the poison chalices can hurt you. Conveniently, we got the +1 crafting boost after drinking only 1 chalice, so we made the fish bowl straight away. Now, because most of the subquests for RFD don't require it, I forgot that the Pirate Pete one does require talking to the cook to ask how to make a fish cake. So for me, I need to home teleport and talk to him to exercise those options, and then bank to prepare for the RFD subquest. Otherwise, if you've already done that, you can just bank here in Follador. Alright, pull out everything the quest guide says, and a couple things I want to note is that don't bring a cape or helmet as we'll have to wear the diving apparatus, don't bring your cat as you can't take it out to the sea, and you have to make sure you're under 27 kilograms of weight and have at least 7 free inventory spaces. Now, let's minigame teleport to Fishing Trawler, have Murphy send us underwater, and the only other thing I'm going to say about this quest is make sure you grab extra kelp and extra crab meat in case we burn the fish cake. After getting all the ingredients, home teleport to Lumbridge, make the fish cake, cook it, and turn in these Pirate Pete subquest. Turning in the quest gives us a nice 1k crafting, cooking, smithing, and fishing experience. And now, in order to start the Lumbridge Guide subquest of RFD, we need level 40 cooking. So we're going to go back to Barbarian Village. If you need feathers, you know where to get them. Specifically, we're going to go past level 40 cooking to 38,529 experience, because that experience, combined with cooking the Chompy on the Spit during the Scratch a Glogwy subquest and the 2,500 cooking experience we'll get from the Lumbridge Guide subquest, will bump us up to exactly level 41, which we need to cook the Jubbly Bird. I end up going past our target XP point as I just decided to finish cooking the inventory of fish I had instead of leaving them raw. Then we're going to home teleport back to Lumbridge, start the Lumbridge Guide subquest of RFD, and then go downstairs to purchase the supplies to make a cake, and after that we will either run or Necklace of Passage teleport to the Wizard's Tower, go upstairs and talk to Tremorn, continue the quest up until we have all the ingredients, then run or teleport back to Lumbridge, bake the cake, and turn in the quest. Finishing the quest will give us 2.5k magic and cooking experience, bumping us up to level 41 cooking. If you haven't done it yet, start the Scratch a Glogwy portion of RFD, then we're going to go to the bank, pull everything out that the quest says we need, and then go do the Scratch a Glogly subquest of RFD from start to finish. Once we've got the cooked jubbly, we're going to home teleport to Lumbridge, turn in the quest, gaining 1.5k ranged, woodcutting, cooking, and crafting experience. And then since this will be the last subquest we do for some time until we finish Legends Quest, Monkey Madness, get 70 cooking, we are going to go downstairs and purchase Addy Gloves for 3250 GP. Then, we're going to go to Draenor to do some woodcutting and fletching, in preparation for Lost City, so that we can do Fairy Tale Part 1 and the first part of Part 2 afterward to unlock fairy rings. Note that chopping willows satisfies as a medium Lumbridge Diary task, and before we leave Draenor, make sure that you buy and need Chronicle Teleport cards if you'd like, as well as at least 5 jute seeds from Olivia's Farm Shop so we can use them for the Kendaran Easy Diary later on. After reaching level 36 woodcutting, we're going to go southeast to the Lumbridge Swamp to do Lost City from start to finish. One thing to note is that whilst on Entrana, we're going to talk to the High Priest in the church to continue Holy Grail. Oh, and one more thing, when chopping the branches after killing the spirit, we want to get as many as possible. Fill your inventory with them. It's nice to have spares. We need one for the Fremenic Trials fight, and we need another one for the Ceramic Vars subquest of RFD because it requires grinding it down into cinnamon. Now let's home teleport to Lumbridge, run south into the swamp, equip our Draman staff, and walk through the shed to teleport to Zenaris, finishing Lost City and opening up the Fairy Tale Part 1 quest so we can continue our way on toward fairy rings. And I think with that, we're going to call it there. Thank you again everybody for watching, I really appreciate it. We'll start off next time getting access to fairy rings, finishing up Holy Grail, and then maybe even moving on to Dragon's Lair. See you then.